Space Cadets, and welcome to your first week of 3, 2, 1, Blastoff! Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered, I wonder what it would be like to be an astronaut? Me too. You see, space is the adventure of a lifetime, and it takes astronauts years to train before they can blast off. But we're gonna do it in the next 5 weeks, with the help of Chip, of course. Here he is with a few words.
That's so loud.
Greetings, Space Cadets. My name is Computer Human Interface Project, but you can call me Chip. I am programmed to prepare you for blastoff. When traveling through space, small alien creatures might try to attach themselves to your face. When this happens, it is important to stay calm. If you practice this on Earth, it will help you avoid disaster while in space.
That's a great idea. Sounds like we have our first training mission. Let's see what it is.
No, it just fell on my hands. Oh gosh.
Well, that's it.
Congratulations! You stayed calm in the face of trouble. This is an important skill to have. When traveling through space, you will face all kinds of troubles. Your next training mission is to discover what to do when those troubles occur. You will find instructions in the Ultimate Training Manual, the Bible. Look up James chapter 1, verses 2 through 5, then listen to the story from 2 Chronicles chapter 20 to complete the mission.
Thanks, Chip. We have our second mission, and it starts in the book of James. Let's turn to James chapter 1, verses 2 through 5 and see what it says. Listen carefully and see if you can tell what the verses are saying. My brothers and sisters, you will face all kinds of trouble. When you do, think of this as pure joy. Your faith will be tested. You know that when this happens, it will produce in you the strength to continue. And you must allow this strength to finish its work. Then you will be all you should be. You will have everything you need. If any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it. If he will give it to you, God gives freely to everyone and doesn't find fault. So, what do you think about those verses? What do you think they're talking about? Maybe the story of Jehoshaphat will help us understand it more.
In the Old Testament, there was a king named Jehoshaphat. He loved to follow God. One day, a whole bunch of people came up to him telling him that there was going to be something big about to happen. A huge army was about to destroy him and the people of Judah. When they told him that, he was awfully shocked. But like a good space cadet, he stayed cool and calm in the face of trouble and prayed to God.
Instead of freaking out, Jehoshaphat decided to pray to God and ask for wisdom. But he didn't pray alone. The people of Judah traveled from every town to pray with him. When all the people were together, Jehoshaphat stood among them. He folded his hands and he cleared his throat. And he prayed in a loud, kingly voice. Lord, you are the God of our people. We will cry out to you when we're in trouble, and you will hear us. We don't have the power to defeat this army. We don't know what to do, but we're looking to you to help us.
When King Jehoshaphat finished praying, God's Spirit whispered to one of his soldiers. In his most excited voice, he said, King Jehoshaphat, listen, God talked to me. We have to prepare for battle, but we will not have to fight. The Lord will fight for us.
The next morning, Jehoshaphat and the people of Judah marched out to face the enemy army. As they marched, Jehoshaphat had the people sing songs of praise to God. The people shouted, "Give thanks to the Lord! He is faithful, loves, and continues forever."
When the people of Judah came to a high place, they halted. They looked down at the desert floor and saw a miracle. The entire enemy army had already been destroyed. Not one person had escaped. God had confused the enemy army and had them destroy themselves. The people of Judah erupted in cheers, and they marched back to Judah filled with joy and praising God. Now that you've heard the story, let's see if you space cadets were listening. I have a challenge for you. I have 4 questions, and I want you to answer them correctly in the comments down below, okay? The first question. The book of James says that when you face trouble, to consider it pure what? Pure joy. That's right. Here's the second one. What did Jehoshaphat do when he found out the enemy army was coming? He prayed to God for wisdom. Correct. Third one. What did the people of Judah do as they marched toward the enemy army? They sang songs of praise. Last question. How was the enemy army destroyed? They destroyed themselves.
Way to go. You have successfully completed your second training mission. When faced with trouble, the people of Judah asked God for wisdom. Instead of freaking out, they were filled with joy and sang songs of praise to God. Whenever you face trouble, you can do the same. If you ask God for wisdom and remain joyful in trouble, you will live long and prosper. Be sure to return next week for another training mission. Until then, don't you fret, Space Cadet.